One of the most researched questions on my YouTube channel is what is the best fountain pen for long writing sessions? We're about to discover exactly that. Hey Goodfellas, I'm Naldi and we are at Style of Zug. Which one is it? The best fountain pen for longer writing sessions. Even if we're in a highly digital era, the need for handwriting is big. And so I ask myself, that's a good question. Which one is the fountain pen that is probably best for long writing sessions no matter what? And I came to a conclusion. Well, of course, there are several fountain pens that are great. I can think of a Pilot Custom A23. I can think also of Montblanc Meisterstücks, a Scribo. And if you like some weight, even the Design 08 is an absolute fantastic option for long writing sessions, given the great writing performance it has. But I think that there is one fountain pen that beats everything in terms of writing performance, of feeling, of weight, and of course, reliability. And what we're going to do is to actually write 20 to 30 minutes with that fountain pen. We're gonna fill it up. We're gonna see if it performs for 20 to 30 minutes, because 20, 30 minutes in today's era is already a prolonged writing sessions. If I'm good after 20 to 30 minutes, then probably I can keep on going 1 to 1.5 hours of handwriting. You're probably wondering now which pen I'm talking about. Before I tell you, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. We have the goal of reaching 50,000 subscribers this year on this channel in order to spread the beauty of handwriting and of wonderfully made writing instruments. This way, you're not gonna miss out on any future content that we're coming up with. And trust me, we have some exciting stuff that is coming. Thank you and welcome to this amazing community of Goodfellas. And now, I'm ready to tell you which pen I think is the best for long writing sessions. And we're about to test it. I'm talking about, of course, the Sailor King of Pen. This is a pen that I own long time. And every time I'm reaching for something that I know is reliable, where I know the ink flow is great, it's not gonna skip, it's never gonna let me down no matter what, well then Sailor 21 karat gold nibs are absolutely amazing. They have an incredible feeder and they're just reliable. But let's see how it performs over a prolonged period of time. I'm going to handwrite 20 to 30 minutes. Every once in a while, I'm gonna stop and tell you how it feels like. Some moments are gonna be a bit more fast forward, so it doesn't get too boring watching me handwriting. And actually what I'm gonna do is I'm going to write in this beautiful Smythson book, and I'm going to write one of the chapters of Rick Rubin's The Creative Act book. Are you ready? Let's go. All right, let's start by filling up the fountain pen so we know that it's absolutely full. One of the only things that could be better is this converter of Sailor, which honestly could hold more ink than what it does right now. However, I also have to say that it's always a beautiful moment to fill up the fountain pen. This is a Sailor King of Pen, 21 karat gold nib, Iro Miyabi in urushi with this very special finishing. It comes also in resin, it comes in ebonite, it comes in a more flat urushi. And what I love about it is also the weight, the fact that it's not too heavy and therefore pretty ideal for prolonged writing sessions. Let's start. Let's start by saying that what I also like is the kind of oversized barrel, because in that way I don't have to put my hand, I don't have to close my hand too hard, and therefore the pressure here in the middle of the palm of my hand is less strong. Even if, of course, start to feel it, because it's still writing by hand, it still is something that we're doing, by hand, and therefore there is a certain fatigue. But until now, what I've loved is the sound of writing, is the way how the writing instrument, the fountain pen, is performing, and just, the beauty of putting ink to paper. Even cooler, the fact that we are going from digital, from a book that is digital, and we are bringing it into the physical world. But now, let's keep on going. To give you a feedback once again, the fact that the pen flows so well, and the nib that is, as I told you, 21 karat gold nib that has a certain bounce, I would almost call it a bit of a flexibility. It's not a flex nib, but it has a certain flexibility. Gives me a very pleasant and long-lasting kind of writing experience. If the nib somehow would sometimes skip, I would probably have difficulties on keeping writing for long. The fact that it just flows, it also helps me mentally, and it helps me, psychologically, just to keep on going. Even if right now I'm not even writing down my thoughts, but I'm much more just writing down something that I'm reading, which, by the way, I love to do because I learn so much while I'm doing. This is another thing that, handwriting helps you absolutely incredibly with. Let's go to the next page. See, 13 minutes, I haven't written much, but hey, so relaxing, so calming. Let's keep on going. What I also really like, and why I specifically say the Sailor 21 karat gold nib, is because it has this big nib. So the fact that it has a big nib, when I'm writing, I can actually see very clearly what I'm writing, with, the tip being quite prolonged. This is something that I like because my hand is not so near from the page, but rather a bit far away, which, is a bit different than, for example, a professional gear or a 1911 or a 1911S with a 14 karat gold nib, where, of course, everything is a bit smaller and therefore you're a bit more near to the page. The reason why I think that the Sailor King of Pen is the best fountain pen for long writing sessions is because it pretty much has everything I need. The weight is great, the ink flow is amazing, the nib bounce and smoothness is absolutely incredible. Even the ink you see held quite a long time, where at 24 minutes it wasn't looking like it's drying out, like it's finishing. So probably it could easily go another 15 to 20 to 25 minutes, which would mean about 50 minutes to an hour of writing without having to fill it up. And I mean, 25 minutes of handwriting in today's era is a long writing session, and also given the fact that when I look at what I'm writing with this big nib, I have a lot of space and therefore I have a certain precision, and it's just pleasant to write with such a big nib. Makes it just the pen that I would go for. To end it up, I would also say that I always prefer to buy less, but buy better and buy something that I'm gonna cherish for the rest of my life. This is a pen that no matter how many pens, how many limited edition, I'm always going to pick up for the beauty, but also for what it represents, but also for the incredible writing experience that it delivers that is unique in the whole industry. Well guys, fellas, thank you so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments what you think, if the King of Pen is one of the best fountain pen for longer writing sessions, and maybe you have other opinions, and I'm always happy to hear them, to hear your feedback, to hear your experiences. Let us know down in the comments, because everybody watching, next thing they do is they go in the comment section and they read what this community has to say, and it's highly, highly valuable, and I'm also always so happy to read your comments. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more content that is coming up, and don't forget that together we are changing the game.